What's going on YouTube? This is Reese Inferno. So today I'm going to be talking about my Nationals build for this deck. Now I know I guess I did promise you guys that I would update you guys about any deck changes before the event, but I really wanted to have a surprise factor. You know, some people do watch my videos and I didn't want to end up playing them and them knowing my whole deck, or in fact just using my exact deck list, because I really feel like this deck list was really powerful. And it made a lot more explosive plays than my original deck build. So yeah, I'm here to talk about that. And here we go. So let's start off with the main deck. Start off with the changes. Now here are the 7 cards that I added into the deck list. An extra Veiler, 2 Doppel Warriors, 2 Junk Synchrons, Treacherous Trapple, and Reinforcement Army. Now these are the 7 card changes. So why did I make these changes? First of all, this Veiler was really important when I'm playing against decks like plants and everything that can go off in one turn. I really needed this 3rd Veiler to negate things. Then you have the 2 Doppel Warrior and 2 Junk Synchrons. These are really important for the deck. Doppel Warrior I can special anytime I have a Treeborn or a Fishborn special summon, or a Monster Reborn or a Junk Synchro something, anything like that. Mill for Glow Bulb, activate Spore, so many options. Then Junk Synchrons, these help me make level 5s really easily. You know the combos with Junk Synchron, like a level 1 Tuner and a Doppel Warrior. That's a Black Rose Dragon, like that's a Librarian into a Formula. Okay, then you have a Treacherous Trapple. I know people have talked about this card with me before, we discussed it, and they said, why don't you run it? In my original build, I really didn't have any room, but I have, you know, I just really had to find the room this time, because of such broken combos, like plant combos, samurai combos, everything like that, that I would see all the time, so I really needed it. And then finally, reinforcement, of course, for the 2 Junk Synchrons and 2 Doppel Warriors. It also adds about, that technically is another alert target. So what did I take out for this card? These cards, I took out a Swap Frog for the Veiler, 2 Malicious for 2 Doppel Warrior, a Caius for a Junk, a Chaos Sorcerer for a Junk, a Genix Ally Birdman for Rhoda, and a Pot of Avarice for Treacherous Trapple. So, if you want the complete deck list, here it is. Traps, 1 Treacherous Trapple. Spells, I have 15 spells. Here's a Rhoda, 1 for 1. Foolish Burial, 2 Space Typhoons, a Giant Trinade. Then you have a Monster Reborn, 2 enemy controllers, Mind Controller, Mind Control, Allure Darkness, Dark Hole, 2 Pot of Avarice, and a Book of Moon. Okay, so those are 15 spells, 1 trap, and now the 25 monsters, 2 Junk Synchrons, and 2 Doppel Warriors, and all the other monsters are the same. Trigoria and Gores, 3 Tengus, the 5-headed Plant Engine, 2 Lone Fires, Glow Bulb, Spore, and Dandelion, and you have 3 Effect Veilers, Fishborg, and 2 Treeborns, 2 Controllers, and 3 Undines. Alright. Now let's go to the extra deck. What changed here? So let's just go through the extra deck. I have 3 Formula Synchrons, same. Arm, same. Catastor, same. Now how did I fit 2 Hyper Librarians in here? I took out a Magical Android for 1 Hyper Librarian and a Gaia Knight for the other. So that left me only with 1 level 6, which only one time did I really need another level 6, but I played around it. Black Rose Dragon is my only level 7. Then you have a Scrap Dragon and a Stardust Dragon. So I took out the Colossal Fighter for a 2nd Trishula 1 and 2. Here is a Shooting Star Dragon. And then finally, what I really liked, TG Halberd Cannon. Now this card has not seen that much play, but it will, and it is a really good card. If you don't know what it is, this card can not be special summoned except by Synchro Summon. Once per turn while this card is face up on the field, you can negate the summon of a monster and destroy it. It's a Solemn Warning on 4,000 beer. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can select 1 TG monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So is a machine. So even if they go Cyber Dragon Chimera Tech, you can special a TG Hyper Librarian from your graveyard. This is a level 12. It requires 1 tuner Sink-hro plus 2 or more non-tuner Synchros. So how do you make this? You can make it with a formula and 2 librarians. This is the only type of this is the only Synchro that you can quick sync and still get its effect. For example, if you make quick sync with this, and 2 tokens, when they chaining to Dark Hole, your Trishul does not get effect. But if you do this, Synchro into Halberd Cannon, quick sync, in response to Dark Hole, this will hit the field, it will get destroyed, and then you can special Hyper Librarian. That's powerful. Okay. And then finally, the side deck. So, what stayed the same in my side deck? We have Torrential Tribute, 2 Fairy Winds, 1 DD Crow, and 2 Thunder Kings. Now, what did I change? I took Puppet Plant down to 1 and put in a Kinetic Soldier instead of the other Puppet Plant. Now, why did I do this? I had to make room for Maxis. Maxis are really important against plants and samurais. Just it either slows them down or just helps you draw your outs like DD Crow, Veilers, Tragodia, Gores, okay, things like that. Then you have your Compulsory Evacuation Device. Just good at breaking up a lot of combos. And then I take advantage of the fact that people are not taking out their Space Typhoons and Dust Tornadoes by putting in 2 warnings. Then the Mirror Force. The Mirror Force is very unpredictable. People don't realize like I have room to put that in, so they just attack, and then I'll go Mirror Force. And then the Dust Tornado to break up things like Limit Reverse and other things, you know, just pesky back rows like Oppression and things. Things that sometimes I don't draw that Fairy Wind, or it's a face down that I need to get rid of, and I save Fairy Wind for the face ups like Necro Valley, Oppression, Rivalry, etc. So those are my changes to the deck. I hope you really like this video and that you learn a lot from it. What I do want to do to the deck, I want to improve it still. So if you guys have any suggestions, just comment, let me know what you guys think of the changes. Personally, I really like the changes. I've been playtesting with it for a while, and the Junk Doppel just makes it so explosive. Some people told me to reduce it down to 1. I have heard that, 1 Junk, 1 Doppel, but I just feel like you don't draw it enough to make it worthwhile. So I just really want to see the direction that this deck goes in. You know, people talk about this cloudy inversion. I've been looking at it, and it's, you know, it's not as very consistent right now. It can be more consistent when Surfacing comes out. So when that does come out, we will explore those options. Alright, thanks so much. Please comment below. 3Z Inferno signing out.